this session. I call it Connecting the Dots. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Roy Jones. I'm Chief Development Officer here at Eckerd Connects. And I get to do this Connecting the Dots thing every week. And what do I mean by that? Working with clients and then identifying places where they need support and plugging them into those programs. In some cases, it's an all Eckerd connection. And what do I mean by that? I mean, maybe it is a foster care youth who's aging out that we plug into our workforce program to get training and job support. We find them a job, and then maybe we get them into a training program for certification. That can happen through our Job Corps program. That can happen through our Project Bridge program. That can happen through of course, our career sort programs, our workforce development programs. So again, what you can, and sometimes we actually refer folks to agencies outside of the Eckerd universe. And most of our clients really don't understand that, but we do a lot of that. You know, whatever our clients' needs are, that's where we run right away. So, so I say all that to say, I'm excited about today. We've got a great panel. I'm going to try and shut up here in a minute, I promise. And I'm going to introduce a couple of our staff people who will introduce some of their clients. Some will introduce some of our other program people. And we're just going to have a conversation. It's going to be pretty free-flowing. You're going to have questions, and I just want you to feel free to shout them out. You can put them in the chat bubble, or you can raise your hand, or you can wait till the end. But we really want lots of participation today. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm just looking at many of the names that have signed on. Lots of Eckerd family members, lots of Eckerd staff, lots of longtime Eckerd supporters, several new supporters. I see a few names on here today. So thank you so much for joining us and responding. And now I'm going to take just a minute and introduce Talia Bryant to you. Talia's been on our broadcast before. She's a great woman of faith and determination. She does so many things. I love one of her favorite quotes is that your destiny is determined by your decisions, so choose wisely. She has really dedicated her life to bringing positive change and to help our clients make wise decisions. She has a master's degree in counseling, went on to become a licensed mental health counselor. Her career has covered just a gamut of social services where she's worked in this field for over 20 years. Talia came to Eckerd Connects in 2010 as a licensed clinical specialist and eventually was promoted to supervisor and then manager of Eckerd Connects Supervised Visitation Program and Family Support Services Housing Program. And that's really what we're going to talk about today. Talia, thank you for joining us today again. Oh, you're muted. There, let's see, let me find you, Talia. For some reason you are muted. Can you unmute yourself? There you go. Let me unmute you. Let's see, Talia is having communication problems here. I see her Wi-Fi is challenged right now. It's got low.
Thank you. Am I unmuted?
There you go. We can hear you now.
We're also getting some feedback, Roy, from some people that are not muted. I don't know if we have a
I know. It's tough. I'm trying to figure out who it is. We're getting some feedback. So if you're not speaking, try to mute yourself. And Talia, let's give it a shot again. Can we hear you?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, there you go.
You hear me now?
We hear you. Well, we'll take just a minute and talk about your program again. Talk about how you cooperate with other programs, both in the Space Coast area and around the state, and then introduce your guest, if you would.
Sure. So I oversee our housing program where we provide case management and financial assistance to individuals and families who have an identified history of substance use and are currently experiencing homelessness or at imminent risk of homelessness in Brevard County. Our goals are housing stability, preventing homelessness, and reducing the length of time a family remains homeless. We assist with move-in costs, security deposits, and utility payments. We also offer eviction prevention and relocation assistance. So that's just a brief overview of our housing program. How our program wraps around families for success. We follow up with our families at 3 months, 6 months, and 12-month intervals. We wrap around our families through our Room of Hope, where we offer hygiene products, laundry powder, tents, bug spray, and other items for families experiencing homelessness. We also wrap around our families through our Success Awards, so clients that are doing well can apply for financial assistance to go back to school, car repair, attend conferences, workshops, summer programs, vocational training, etc. We do a lot to make sure that we are wrapping around our clients and that they feel supported. So I would like to introduce our guest. So it is my pleasure to introduce Jessica Tuba. So before Jessica came to Eckerd Connects in 2017, she was in a sober living house. She was focused on maintaining her sobriety from a past history of heroin, cocaine, and marijuana use. Through Eckerd Connects housing program, Jessica maintained sobriety. She provided stable housing for her and her 4-year-old son at the time, and she acquired steady employment in the medical field. Because of Jessica's perseverance, she has become one of Eckerd Connect's greatest success stories. So here we are 3 years later, and Jessica is currently pregnant with her 3rd child. She is a stay-at-home mom, going back to school for medical billing and coding. Her husband is now sober and works full-time to support their family. When asked what her motivation is for sharing her story, Jessica explains that she wants to help people understand how hard it is to get sober, that it can happen. She also adds that it's a path that many fear, but it's the best decision that she's ever made. So Jessica has made great strides for her and her family, and she is continuing in success every day. She celebrates 4 years of sobriety. So her tenacity and her determination is what allows her to not only look out for herself, but to be a mentor to others that are pushing through the barriers in life. That's Jessica Tuba.
Well, Jessica, I am looking forward to meeting you. I know our guests online are as well. Take a minute and just kind of share your journey. And then I'll interrupt you and throw some crazy questions at you. But take a couple minutes and just share your journey and how Eckerd Connect has helped you.
My journey has been an amazing one, and I absolutely love every bit of it. Since I've joined with Eckerd's, every goal I've set, I have accomplished. If I needed help, somebody was there. I'm still in contact with them, of course, because I am here, and I always will be. It's a family from my family, who was actually there to support me. And it all started in March when I got connected with Eckerd Connects. Got my apartment. Talia helped me pick out some furniture because I was just moving in with just my clothes at the time. I got everything set up to where I got my son back, and it's just been an amazing road. Everything I have been able to accomplish because I know how to handle it too, and because I've had people in my court helping me. And that's a big thing when you're sober, trying to get better, is having that support team and having that background of people being able to connect to you. And anything that I had issues with, if I had issues with money management, okay, well, let's send you over here so that way they can help you and take classes with that. Anything that I had an issue with or anything that was blocked, it was always moved. There was always a path that I could take to be able to get better. And that's the biggest thing for me is I will always praise you guys. For everybody who works for Eckerd's, for everybody who's ever helped. I mean, you guys are the real heroes. I'm just the one that made it. So that's my thank you for everybody today.
Well, just talk to me about how does furniture show up? How do you talked about,
Everything
clothes,
happened so fast in
items.
March, and that's the way it's supposed to happen, especially when you're homeless. Technically I was living in a sober facility, And when I got in touch, got accepted, got in touch with people who were managing me. So I would see them on a weekly basis for the next 6 months. And it was wonderful. I mean, I got housing, I got furniture, I had my job already, and then which helped me end up paying for a car through my sponsor for $2,000. You know, it brought more options to my plate, the less I had to stress out about. And that's a
Mm.
big thing when you are newly sober. Everything is weighing on top of you. There's no way to get out of that hole. And that's a lot of the hurt and the help that we need to stay sober is that continuous support. And that's what I've gotten, you know, throughout those 6 months. I had somebody connect to every time. I ended up doing the Walk of Fame for Eckerd's, which was an honor and a blessing. Even went to Clearwater, and me and my son got to go to the aquarium. You know, it's something that I will always continue to strive for. And I always tell my son, I came from a bad spot, but look at where we are now. So no
Mm.
matter what, don't give up. You can always do what you put your mind to. I mean, look, I'm having my third baby and I'm going back to school, and just to have that opportunity to do that is amazing. It really is. And I
Wow.
mean, I couldn't ask for anything else.
Wow. And we so appreciate you staying connected and your desire to help others and speaking today and modeling the right kind of things to do for others. It just means so much to us. I can't tell you how proud we are of you, Jessica, and of your husband, your whole family. Man, thank you so much.
Yeah, we definitely beat the odds, me and him. You know, it can't get two sober people back together who have been through it. And unfortunately, yeah, I mean, thankfully we did beat those odds and we got back together when we were sober.
Mm.
So, and we have a stronger relationship because of it, because I did things on my own. I didn't need him. So that brought me stronger as a woman too for my son. So that way I can show him that if somebody tells you you can't do it, turn around and keep on going. You can do
Mm.
it.
Wow. Just amazing. So encouraging. I can't tell you, I am inspired.
That's what I want to do. I mean, it's the hardest journey I've ever taken, but it's the best journey I will always say that I've went through. Because on the opposite side, I mean, life is beautiful. Life is really beautiful. And until you get all that fogginess away, you don't understand that and you can't see it. You know, I
Mm.
went to my rehab and I talked at my rehab as well. And one of the girls ended up following my example and going into the sober living house and just trying to do those steps. And that meant a lot to me that somebody heard me, that you can be in this same spot and be this happy. And
Mm.
that's what's amazing. You guys gave me that extra oomph to get there.
I
And so
love it.
that's the powerfulness.
Talia, talk about just a little bit just about how your role kind of brings those community resources together. I know, Talia, you mentioned Success Awards, and for those of you that don't know, that's a scholarship program for people that are successfully achieving, like Jessie and her family. How that works is the caseworker, like Talia, will fill out a nomination form. They send it to us at the headquarters, and then we reach out to donors and supporters and provide those stories. We usually protect the anonymity, and we usually, don't give contact information, that kind of stuff. But we share the story, and we say this family has applied for a scholarship to help with transitional housing or transportation, whatever the need is. And would you be willing to fund this? And then it gets funded. We notify Stanley and Talia, and then they notify you, Jessica. So that's kind of how that process works. But what about community support outside of the Eckerd family, Talia? How do you guys work with the community there in Brevard?
Sure. So, in addition to providing referrals for housing, furniture, transportation, food, and employment assistance, we have partnered with multiple agencies to provide additional support for our clients. So, we recently partnered with the Likes Association to offer free haircuts and school supplies for our students returning to school.
Wait a
We've
minute, free haircuts? Some of us don't really need that, but.
So it's for the students, so hopefully they have hair. Um, but we have partnered with Connects who provides for our family to visit their visitors complex. We have our community where we will take over 2 nights and pay community to the locals feeding locals, who consistently provides turkey dinners for our families during the holidays, and the Space Coast Association of Realtors, who consistently provides money to help fulfill wish lists for our children during the holidays. So, and we are also working with the Florida Realtors to help 2 of our housing clients purchase a home through their Home Ownership for All grant. So we're really excited about that. So our goal is always housing stability. So to be able to help a client, purchase a home is like the ultimate goal for us. So community support is so important, and it helps us to wrap around our clients.
Awesome. That is just fantastic. It is amazing. I mean, you've mentioned, you're rattling them off. 6 or 8 different outside sources, and at least that many internal sources to bring, support and really wrap around clients like Jessica to get them the support they need, to get them to the next step in the journey. So that is just, it is exciting. I know it's hard work. How different, Talia, are our client needs? What distinguishes Jessica from another client? Talk to me about the differences. Does everybody kind of need kind of the same things? Talk to me about just the practical application of the casework.
I would say it's just dependent upon the individual. So overall, most of our clients kind of require the same things, but we do have single mothers that may require, childcare referrals. We may have, clients that are interested in recovery, and so that would require a referral.
Yeah, very good. Talia, your
Requires.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi band is going up and down, Talia. We're losing you a little bit. So again, I think we've got a lot of it, and so I can't tell you how energizing, how inspiring it is just to see those resources applied to the specific students based upon their needs, and how you assess every individual's needs, and every individual's need is different. And Jessica's case is just amazing when you look at the different organizations, sources for support, that you connected the dots for her so that she and her family could have success. So again, great job, Talia, great job, Jessica. You guys are just amazing. Before I move over to talk to Hope Cross and Project Bridge, I did want to kind of just take a brief break here and see if anybody in the audience has any questions for Talia or Jessica. Any questions at all that we can throw out there? And I want hardball questions, curveballs, nah, easy questions. Anybody want to throw a softball at these ladies? Nothing?
Hey, Roy, I'll take a crack at it.
All right, I love it. You got to watch Kim. Now he's been an athlete his whole life, so he might know how to throw a curveball. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna throw a little small zinger. No. My question to you, when you've experienced so much, so many things that you've gone through as far as you and your husband, and as far as you and your life, sometimes we find it hard to trust because we've been disappointed by so many people. So what created an opportunity or gave you the breakthrough to begin to trust Talia and the Eckerd organization in supporting you in addressing some of your needs?
And that's a very good question. Trust is a very big issue when you're trying to become sober. But the one thing is how did they trust me to know that I was going to be able to do it? So that's the way I thought about it. is if they're going to give me a chance, then I need to stand up and I need to be the perfect person that I can be and take this journey and ride with it. Because I mean, that's the only way you can start to trust again is by opening up. And if somebody can't trust me, then yes, I can't trust them. And that's the way I thought about it, is I have to do what somebody else is going to want me to do. And you have to open up that path somewhere. You know, it was hard for me to even let my husband back in, because that's a big choice, is because I can't control somebody else. I can't control his destiny. I can't control his sobriety. And that's a big lesson that you have to learn too, going into anything, is it's not their fault if I don't make it, it's mine.
Wow, that's powerful.
Mhm.
That is powerful. And
Jessica,
just that
this
whole
is,
trust.
I just wanted to jump in if I can hear it. Thank you so much for all the testimonies that you've given for us over the years. And I want to share with you, Roy, I think I already have, but if anyone on here maybe joined late or want to see more about Jessica's story, we have at least 2 videos that she's done for us, in addition to speaking at our Walk of Fame event, that I think everyone should see, just to get more of the context of her story. It is truly an amazing story of just perseverance and survival. And you did that, Jessica. You know, we helped, but you did that. You did that. There's wonderful programs, right, that we have, but without the individual really taking that initiative, it won't be successful. So thank you.
Thank you. I mean, so much.
Yes, I'll
Awesome.
second that. We are so proud of Jessica and everything that she has been able to accomplish. She really has a powerful story of overcoming the odds. And so she is inspiration to us. It's what motivates us to continue, to move forward and continue to do what we do. When I checked back in with her and she said, I'm pregnant now and I'm going to school, and like all of these things have changed in her life, it was encouraging. It was encouraging to us as well, so all of the staff was interested. When she sent me the picture, like her family picture, we're looking at it like, oh my God, your son has grown up. And then, she has a baby girl and, like she's pregnant now. So we are invested, in her success. So hats off to Jessica. We are super proud of her.
Thank you guys so much. And hats off to all of you guys too, because if I wasn't here and if I didn't have the success that I did, you guys wouldn't keep on going. And that's the main part that I say that I need to tell my story all the time, is because you guys do so much work and you guys are amazing. You guys are the angels. I'm just here trying to fight the fight and make it through. So thank you guys so much.
Well, considering that you got a chance to work with Talia as well as Stanley, let me tell you, they are a bundle of hope and joy for
Oh,
and
yes.
so if you ever get a chance to meet Stanley, anyone on this call, you get a chance to meet Stanley or Talia, trust me, I got to know Talia yesterday and Stanley last week. So they are who they say they are.
They are amazing people. Yes, they are. Amazing, amazing souls they are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let me introduce you to another one of our amazing souls. I have traveled around the state with this young lady. We've met with donors together. I've spoken at meetings with her and listened to her share her testimony. But Hope Cross is an amazing advocate for Eckerd Connects, and she oversees community outreach for Project Bridge, and just does an amazing job. She truly views ministering to our donors and supporters as much a priority as ministering to our clients. And that's a unique balance. And her passion, is going a long way in our organization around the country. And Hope, I'd like you to just take a couple minutes. I know you've got several folks from your staff on the call today. I'd like you to just introduce them the best you can. I know you've got a couple clients on the call today. I'd like you to introduce them the best you can, and then we'll hear their stories, and then I'll see if I can get Kim to throw some more curveballs in the mix.
Well, thank you so much, Roy, and thank you for having us on. And before I go on, I just want to say, Jessica, thank you for coming on and sharing your story and being willing to share, because when you just said, you know, do they trust me? I've never heard a client say that. And I love that. I love your story. I need to meet you one day. So kudos to you and your team. But yeah, my name is Hope Cross, and I am with Project Bridge, and we are a team of people who serve young people who are through the juvenile justice system throughout all of Central and South Florida. And today we actually have with us Miss LaShawn Norwood, who serves as program manager in our South region, as well as Tommy Henderson, who also serves as program manager in our South region. And they have two youth who they've been working with so closely, Anthony and Ascari. Unfortunately, neither one of those young people were able to be on, but for a
I'm on.
positive reason.
Sorry,
You're
sorry,
on,
Miss
Anthony?
Echo. Yes, I'm on, Miss
Anthony
Hope.
is,
I'm on.
there's Anthony. I know
Everybody-
that they both work full-time jobs, so I was afraid that that would happen. But
Yeah.
Anthony is on. So so we have LaShawn, we have Tommy, we have Anthony, who is a young man who works under Tommy. And then we also have from the Central region, we have Lucane Phillips and Jasmine Whitaker. So I would love just real quick for Tommy for you to introduce yourself and Anthony.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tommy Henderson. I'm the program manager for Circuits 15, 16, and 17, and that's actually Palm Beach, Broward, and Monroe County, which is Key West. I've pretty much almost managed every circuit in the South region with exception to one, and that's Circuit 19, where LaShawn actually is the manager, and we actually live in the same area, so I actually just travel down to those other southern circuits, you know, on a daily basis. But every day for me is fulfilling as far as being able to be involved in the change and metamorphosis of a life toward a successful path, and you know, to stop committing crimes and things of that nature. So I'm just excited to be here. I'm glad Anthony was able to join us. I thought maybe he had to work. I had been calling him all day, pretty much the last 2 or 3 hours, I should say, and with response. So I thought he was working, so I was a little bit worried, but I'm glad he was able to join us. Anthony finished our program probably maybe 3 years ago successfully. He earned his GED with us. He's been a young man that I've actually mentored throughout the years with just giving him guidance and making wise choices in life. And I'm so proud of Anthony for changing his life around and becoming crime free and being a family man and taking care of his family like he's doing. Anthony is now a father, I believe, 3, and he actually has custody of 2 of his particular youth right now, children right now, maybe 1. And so Anthony's a hardworking father. He can give you a little bit more insight on that. But I love working with Anthony and all the youth in the South, to be honest with you, and also Hope and LaShawn. I mean, we really have a great team, and we really, really do care about the youth that we serve as far as them becoming self-sufficient and remaining crime-free and giving them all the resources they need to become successful, productive citizens in our societies.
Thank you so much, Tommy. Anthony, do you mind sharing a little bit about your story, about how you came through foster care, came to Project Bridge, the story of your graduation, and then even just your more recent story of your first apartment? Can you share that with us?
Most definitely. Yeah, I had I kind of finished the program twice. Like Mr. Tommy was saying, I finished it twice. When I first finished it, I kind of didn't get my GED at first. I was, but I was working though. I was working, so that's what made me complete the program successfully because I was working full time. I had a job. I was taking care of my needs and take care of everything. I had to take care of my kids and everything, but I still haven't yet received my GED. So my JPO set something up where I had a chance to go back and
Now, Anthony, let me interrupt you. No initials. We have supporters on the phone. They're not any familiar with initials. So tell us what DPO is.
no JPO. Oh,
JPO.
oh, okay, because of my JPO is juvenile probation officer.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Red Jones. I apologize. I'm sorry.
You're going to be a talk show host before we get done here today. So,
Definitely, I like that. I respect that. But no. Okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, yeah, my juvenile probation officer set something up where I had a chance to go back and actually receive my GED. So while I'm there, me and Mr. J, I'm working hard every time I had to go to school. I think it was like Thursday. Hold on, I kind of forgot when the days of school was. It's been like 3 years. So I think I was going like twice a week, but every time I go, me and Mr. J we going at it. We going, me and him we doing it, like I'm trying to pass this test. So I'm doing everything possible to, prepare myself to pass these tests. So yeah, so I ended up taking the test. The first time I took all the tests, I failed them all. But I took all four tests again. This for the second time, the actual GED. So yeah, I took the test a second time for the actual GED, and every time I took the test, the second time I passed each and every one of them, and I took it every single week. So I took it one test per week, and every week I passed every single test. Like that was like the greatest feeling ever. Like every week I'm like knocking them down like dominoes or I'm knocking them down. I'm knocking them down every week. So that was like wonderful for me. So yeah, so that was a good experience. So after I wasn't telling them, but where I was taking the GED, it was literally down the street. I would literally walk back by myself until I received that email that said I passed. I ain't want nobody to know first but me. Cause if I would have failed, it would have hurt me bad, because I was putting my all inside that test, So I wasn't telling Mr. Tommy them that I was walking back. So I walk back. Now I call Marquise the driver and be like, yeah, I'm already halfway there, bro.
now,
Already
now,
halfway.
Anthony, take a minute and talk about, I mean, what kind of things did Mr. Tommy do to help you prepare? What kind of things did you have to do? Where the resources come from for you to study for this stuff? Talk about the process a little bit.
The process, yeah. Mr. Tommy, or he was telling me every day, like, I could do it, I could do it, I could do it. Like I was kind of doubting myself, but like when I had them in my circle telling me that I can do it, but I still was doubting myself. It was a hard process. It was a hard process. Nothing's come easy. Everything comes with an obstacle. Nothing is easy. So yeah. Mr. Tommy would always tell me, "Oh, man, you do it." He telling me to stay focused and do what you got to do. Just you could do it, man. I believe in you. Words like that, words of encouragement. It just like set me up for greatness. Pretty much, he set me up for greatness, pretty much, and just telling me I could be great. Because I was like doubting myself. I had more doubts than myself than Mr. Tommy had in me. So it was like it was crazy. So yeah, so he was really just speaking words of wisdom and gave me a whole bunch of motivation and courage and everything I needed to be great and successful. Mr. Tommy was giving me all those keys and all those ideas to be the man who I am today and do everything that I'm doing today. So I really thank Mr. Tommy for that. Mr. Tommy, I thank you, man. I love you. You my boy. This is for life. I tied it for life. So something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Stuff
I
like
love you too, man. One thing I did try to tell, encouraging Anthony is that if you believe you can achieve, I subscribe to what I call the power of positive thinking. And I don't believe in words like can't. I say, son, I have more respect for you. Tell me you're not going to do something and tell me you can't. So it's always the mindset of him, going back through those poems that helped me get through my college days when I was pledging, things like See It Through and stuff of that, Invictus and stuff like that. Just falling back on those poems were lifelong instilling words of inspiration for me. And I try to pretty much hand that down to the youth that have to cross the bridge that I'm actually trying to pave as well, so they can have an easier time in life.
Right.
Wonderful.
Most
Anthony, talk to me about your work situation.
Oh, word.
Um,
Yeah. I work at a restaurant actually, Rocco's Tacos, Tequila Bar, and Boca Raton. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I started off as a busboy. I started off busting tables, and I got promoted in literally 5 months. They moved me up to a food runner, which now I'm making 3 times more money. The job is way easier. Hours are way shorter, but yeah, I'm still managing to make more money. you know. So yeah, so like my job, they love me. They love me, I do my job accordingly. I actually love where I'm at. Some people don't like where they work at. Even if it's at like a fast food restaurant, people don't really like waking up and going to work. But I actually enjoy doing what I do. So by that being said, it's like I have no problem with work. They love me, they treat me good, I treat them good. I show up on time, I do the things I do, to probably one day even like manage my own restaurant. So and right now I'm kind of working
All
on.
right, I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah.
Man, I am seeing some confidence here. So you think that GED gave you some confidence?
Yeah, a lot of it, a lot of it, a lot of it, Mr. Jones, a lot of it, sir.
I love it. I love it. And the vision, man, one day he's gonna own his own restaurant. I believe it. I
Right,
believe it, Anthony.
most def. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff. That's how I live based on visions. I direct movies in my head. I direct movies in my head and just go do it and just go pursue it, because whatever you got planned and analyzed already, all you gotta do is work hard and get to it. That's it. And it's going to come to you. That's for everybody. That's like whatever you do, whatever you got planned, whatever you got analyzed, whatever you got vision all in your mind, all you gotta do is set your stuff up for steps to make it there. It's not hard. Well, it is hard, but if you already got that vision in your head, it probably gonna take a long time. Nothing's gonna come right away. Nothing moves in the speed of light, but the speed of light. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think I have a new co-host of this podcast is what I got right here.
Sounded like a superstar.
Mr. Anthony, huh?
Anthony, I love it, man. You bless my heart. Your work ethic, man,
Right.
you're exactly the kind of person that represents Eckerd. We appreciate your work ethic,
Thank you.
your drive,
I appreciate it.
your vision.
Uh-huh.
Man, you have no idea how much we appreciate you.
And
We
you have
want you
no
to stay
idea.
connected in Project Bridge.
I didn't mean to cut you off, sir, but you don't know, no idea how much I appreciate you guys. You guys have helped me a long way and changed my mentality on life and change my thoughts on wisdom. You guys have did a lot for little Anthony and me, and I really appreciate that, Mr. Red Jones. I know this is our first time meeting, but you're gonna hear more about me, and I hope I hear more about you, sir.
I'm excited. Boy, that is so exciting. Well, Hope, introduce us to our next leader and next guest. Otherwise, I'm just going to let Anthony MC this thing.
Thank you, Anthony. And Anthony does have more of a story, and we can send that out to you guys through one of our episodes of Cooking Up Success. And then another young lady that we have with us today, her name is Jasmine.
Let me stop you right there. Take
All
just
right.
a minute and talk about the Cooking Up Success podcast, when you broadcast, and how people can see that.
Absolutely. So we have a broadcast. It is called Cooking Up Success, Recipes that Warm Your Kitchen and Your Heart. And the idea is that our youth come on, they share their stories of overcoming, they share the special ingredients that it takes. And I say it all the time that it takes a village. I know it sounds cliche, but it really does take a village. And when these youth share those special ingredients that it takes to be successful, most of the time they're talking about the people in their lives. Some are strangers that they've never met, like our supporters and our donors. Some are their case managers and their mentors, but it really does take everybody. So those Cooking Up Success stories are our youth telling their stories of the success and the recipes that it took to get there. And we actually have an episode airing tomorrow at noon. We can send that link out. It's going to be via Facebook. And we also have some previous episodes that we can send out, one featuring Anthony and another featuring Lucane, who is also with us today.
So if we go into Facebook and search Project Bridge, we'll find Cooking Up Success program.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's called
You
Eckerd
also
Connects.
search Cooking Up Success, I guess, as well.
Yep. Eckerd Connects Project Bridge and Cooking Up Success is what we've
Wonderful.
tagged it.
All right, I'll stop interrupting and let you get to introducing.
Well, thank you. The next young lady we have actually right now, her name is Jasmine Whitaker, and she actually came to us at 14 years old. She's almost 19 now, and she definitely came to us with a lot of need of support. She graduated several years ago. She recently came back with need of support. She found herself homeless, in need of a job, in need of support, in need of mentors. And just from that interaction with being able to connect with her and connect her with resources, Jasmine just got a full-time job where we're waiting for that first day. We're working on her first business, which is a small business startup, um, Cards of Hope by Jasmine Whitaker. She is quite the artist, so stay tuned for that small business startup coming soon. We're working on finding Jasmine adequate and stable housing, working on getting her GED, and then helping her really push past all of the barriers that have been with her whole life. So, Jasmine, will you go ahead and share, just take about 30 seconds to a minute and just share a little bit about what it means to be able to come back and connect with those resources?
Jasmine, I want you to hold on 1 second, because Hope, I see sitting behind you are some of the framed thank you letters that Jasmine and other people on other Project Bridge clients helped with. Hold that up so people can see. You see that? When our program directors award a success award, a scholarship, or help with services, one of the things we do is teach stewardship. And we do that by asking our clients to write a thank you letter. And then Project Bridge with Hope Cross, they do a training. I'm going to set up a Hope's own nonprofit here in a minute if we're not careful. But Project Bridge with Hope, they have a craft class, and the kids come together and they actually do the graphic design, the artwork on these thank you notes. And when I meet with supporters around the country, I give them these as a thank you gift and tell the story of the student, and they love it. It means so much to them. Yeah, we could buy them a coffee mug, but a coffee mug or one of these things designed by people like Jasmine, man, goes a long way. So Jasmine, with that, I just want to first of all say thank you. Thank you for what you're doing, helping with the acknowledgement process and stewardship, and thanking our supporters around the country. But we look forward to hearing from you. So sorry for interrupting, Jasmine.
Well, I was graduated Project Bridge at the age of 14. I recently came back and was reaching out for help. I was to a point in my life where I didn't really know how to ask for help, or not even sure if I wanted it. So I reached out to Hope. I became homeless because I did do the extended foster care. I came back from my mom, and to help out my mom for some things, I became homeless, lost everything, dropped everything I was doing to come back to the Arcadia. Um, I reached out to Hope because, one, I really enjoy the mentoring, and I really enjoy being active and involved and being interacting with new people and new things every day. And I really could benefit for helping others, because that's what I do. It's just something my heart just, I don't like asking for things. I don't, I'm not the needy person. I would want to do things on my own, but I had to reach out for help. I didn't know what to do. But my heart, I it's always been, no matter who's hurt me, no matter how much I'm hurting, I still give for people, even when I know it's not right for me. I still give. Um, but I want to I want to become a veterinarian. That's always been my dream. A veterinarian it's always been my dream, and still sticks at that. I also want to help other people out too. I want to put my story out there. I want to tell people that it's not, life is hard, but it's how you overcome it. There's more than just ending your life. There's more than just giving up and turning to negative things, and there's just so much more to life than, it's not what you've been through, it's what you're going to go through.
Mm.
it's it's just part of life, and it's how you overcome it.
Mm.
Most def. I
Say
totally
that again. Say that again. It's not what you've been through, it's where you're going to go through.
It's where you're going to end up.
Mm.
It's just part of life. You have, it's how you get through it. It's not, it's just, everybody goes through something. You can be the richest person on earth, you can be, but you're still going to have issues, you're still going to have go through stuff, but that doesn't mean that you're going to stop being rich. You got to keep working for what you want and what you need.
Mm. Jasmine, take just a second and talk about specifically what are the kind of things that Project Bridge did to help you. Of course, you mentioned, somebody to call, but what other kind of things did they do in a practical way to kind of help you with your journey?
Well, they did help me find a place a while ago, years ago. They did help me find a place to volunteer because I did like helping, so they gave me ideas on how to volunteer. We did, there's like little group things that we do for the community. Um, they also connect you with resources to get stuff that you don't need, such as like with schooling, and they help you reach out, like, and if you need clothes, they'll help out and get you clothes, or um different resources, and they connect you to food catering companies to get free food if you don't have nothing or can't get nothing. They GED or whatever you want to go, whatever you want to do as schooling, and they just connect you with a lot. Everything that you need, Project Bridge is there. Eckerd Connects is there. And I have never been more thankful for Eckerd Connects.
You better stop. I'm crying. We love you. And you have been an amazing person. If I had to pick somebody just hearing your story, comeback player of the year, it's Jasmine. And we just want to thank you, as you said, for battling forward, for getting those things behind and pressing forward to what's in front of you. And you've got a big future ahead of you, young lady. And I just want you to know how proud we are of you. Keep driving. Keep pushing forward, because I believe God has big plans for you.
Yes, sir. And I just want to thank everybody from Eckerd, because if it wasn't for Eckerd, I don't know where I would be.
Mm.
And for Hope, an amazing, amazing mentor.
Mm. We are so proud of you, and again, thank you so much for, as you said, pressing forward. You're a great example, and you don't even realize it to the other young people in the program, and you're a great example of the kind of people with the kind of heart that we want to invest in. So thank you for who you are. Any other questions for Jasmine? She did such a great job. Thank you, Jasmine. You are special. Thank you again. Hope, why don't you introduce another panelist for us?
Absolutely. And Jasmine will have more of her story later this year. We are going to be presenting a suicide awareness and prevention campaign in September. So you'll be able to hear more of her story. And the last but not the least young man that we have with us today is Lucane Phillips. Lucane actually came to us at 17 and he is now 20. In January, he reminds me of every couple of days he's going to be 21. So he's growing up. He came to us as a young man and now he is a man and he's definitely making a way for himself. I know that Lucane was able to come to us, help getting a job, mentoring, life skills, employment, you name it. But then since graduating, He has been one of our youth leaders numerous times. We've been able to help him get into his very first apartment. He has graduated culinary from Manatee Technical, and he's currently seeking his bachelor's in business at South Florida State College. And not only that, he is now a chef full-time at the assisted living in Arcadia while he's doing all of the above, while also volunteering with foster care to tell his story. And I really could go on, but the most recent that we've been able to help Luke Kane with is he said, hey, I've got everything else in order. I want to get my health in order. So we were able to connect him with a gym membership, and he has since lost 40 pounds already. So Luke Kane, will you go ahead and share just a little bit about your story, or maybe Roy has a specific direction he wants you to take, because I know that you just have so much to tell.
Luke Kane is a rock star. He's been on this broadcast before. Luke Kane, I just want to hand you the mic, let you talk a little bit. And if you save me a little bit of oxygen, I might throw a question or two. But man, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Luke Kane. I miss you, brother.
Hey y'all. Hope kind of got a lot of it together. I'm gonna mainly talk about the things that I've been through that could have gotten me into worse situations in life. If I didn't have Project Bridge, I believe that I would have relapsed. I would have went back to jail. I probably would have been somewhere I shouldn't have been. Could have been dead. I don't know. It's a lot has been going on that I look back and be like, if Project Bridge really wasn't there for the sake of me and the sake of helping me reach my goals as well as get to where I need to be, I think that it would have took a turn for the worse. Project Bridge helped me out with a lot. Everybody knows they helped me out with so much, and especially Hope. Hope knows how to get to them. Okay, Hope has really been there for me. I'm not gonna lie, Hope has been on my tail too when I'm slipping up. She does not play.
That's what I know.
Yeah. I'm looking, I'd be like, Hope, really, Hope? But what I can really say that encourages me the most about Project Bridge is there were times in my life where I really felt down about myself. Before moving into this apartment, I was staying at my godmother's home, a home that I was raised up in, a home where I went through abuse. I went through abuse so much, it seems like it's hard to get out of. A lot of my siblings, especially my sisters as well, been through, abuse, rape, all that. Went through it all, and we still trying to recover now. But around that time when I got out of jail and I went to my godmother's home and stayed there for a year, it was a bad environment for me. There was times where I would call Hope and we would stay on the phone. Hope was out of town, and we would stay on the phone for about an hour, 2 hours just talking. And there was a day where I was really upset with myself, and things just weren't seeming to come out right, and I was getting ready to be kicked out of my godmom's home, and just that little talk me and Hope had, and she was just telling me, like I can't let the enemy win. I can't let the enemy take control over everything. I have the power to continue on. I have the power to control me and my actions. Just that little bit of encouragement, allowed me to get this far. And I really felt like around that time, I really felt like I should have done better, but things just seemed like it wasn't getting better. It really felt like my back was against the wall, like I couldn't turn nowhere. And Hope and Curtis and Sean, he's not with us no more, but Sean too, they were like that backbone. Eckerd was that backbone I could hold on to and be able to move around and maneuver and work my way through things. And I kind of occurred that again, staying here about 5-6 months ago. I don't know. But I had wound up losing my job at Beef O'Brady's.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really bad situation for me because there was a lot going on and wind up slowing down in school. And, you know, all funding just stopped for me. And I didn't know, like, if I was going to be able to stay here anymore. Every day I was worrying about if I was going to have a roof over my head. And I'm not going to lie, but not having hope on my tail and letting me know, hey, you got this. This is what you need to do. You need to talk to these people. You need to get this job. You need to do this. You need to do that. I don't think I would have continued to be here. And what I'm getting at is, and I know the material things that you guys have helped me with was awesome. It's great. I really appreciate you guys about. My main focus on is the encouragement you guys gave me. That was so helpful.
Now, Lucane, I want to point something out for especially the donors and supporters on the call with us today. I mean, you graduated from Project Bridge, right? How long ago? Quite a while ago, right?
About a year ago.
2 years.
2 years. Oh no, 3 years. Because this 2021, yeah, about 3 years.
And so for you to stay connected with the program is a big deal. So many times, young people graduate from the program and they're gone. And you staying connected, believe me, it helps with your long-term success. And you help model success for other young people in the program. You know, I have a real passion, and I'm going to throw this out here. And I don't want a yes or no answer from you, but I have a real passion to launch an Eckerd Alumni Association of program graduates to keep you connected to what we're doing. Because some of you, Anthony, you guys are gonna start big restaurants, and you're gonna make lots of money. And guess what? The big bald guy's gonna show up and ask for a donation. All right, so I just want you to know, man, we appreciate you. You didn't quit when it got tough. You and I talked a couple times when you had the problem with the other employer. And you landed on your feet. You got a new opportunity. You kept grinding. Like you said, you leaned in to your friends at Eckerd Connects and Project Bridge. It gave you the encouragement you needed. But man, you didn't quit. It could have been easy to go back and do something dumb like you'd done before, you know, and you leaned forward, leaned in, and did the right thing. And I just want you to know, brother, I am proud of you. And by the way, you look great. You look great. I mean, you can tell you have lost 40 pounds. I looked at this guy and said, wait a minute, that's not the Lucane I know. Man, you are looking great. Do you feel good?
I feel good. It's still a struggle because I want to get about 50 more pounds before December.
Oh my goodness. I won't be able to recognize you anymore.
It's a goal for me.
You're making me jealous now. I'm going to have to go on the Lucane Phillips diet. So I love it.
I can say future-wise now, what I do have going on is, as Hope told you, I am in school doing business and management degree. I'm also working at an assisted living facility. I did talk to you about this, Roy, but I'm still trying to get my book together, still writing it down, getting the format and everything figured out. And also I talked to Hope and Curtis about this, but I also have the Twit Cares, I have Goodwill, St. Vincent de Paul, the Salvation Army down here in Arcadia, the Habitat for Humanity. Everybody is linking in with me. I've been going around talking to everybody because I'm trying to get this nonprofit organization open up because, as you guys know about my story, I got out of jail. I did 2 years in jail, got out, turned 18, didn't have no one, didn't have no resource, didn't have nobody. Got out, even foster care did not help. Even foster care was not a great resource. And I know a lot of kids, especially in the foster care system, especially in the as the adolescents and juvenile care. A lot of kids getting out and is in the same shoes I was in about 2-3 years ago. And I'm really trying to get this nonprofit organization started up on. I have a mentor from the Twig Cares that want to help me out. I actually introduced her to Hope, and they became almost best as friends immediately. And so we got a lot of things that we're trying to get together.
I love the vision, and I want you to know we're going to be there for you, Kane. We want to make that happen. You know, this kind of stuff is important. And, you know, you're networking with other nonprofits, you're volunteering with other nonprofits. All of that makes us stronger as an Eckerd family. And man, you're one of the heroes. And I was so excited that Hope got you to do this today. We do need to wrap up today. Again, I want to thank everybody. LaShun, I want to apologize to you because we ran out of time today. But what I would like to do, if we could, is have you join us at our September broadcast, the third Wednesday of September. So let's plan on that if we can. We'll talk about that. I want to let folks know if you want to find out more about these stories. You can email me at rojones@eckerd.org. I'll put you directly in touch with our program directors, and they'll put you directly in touch with some of these young people that have great stories to tell. If you'd like to meet some of these young people, let me know. We'll introduce you to the program director, and they can arrange for an opportunity for you to meet them one-on-one. If you have an interest in sponsoring scholarships for these young people, let me know, because we can help make that happen. This is not about our desire and wishes. As a supporter of Eckerd Connects, it's about your passion. It's about where your heart is. And the great thing about the organization, the great thing about what we do, as Luke Kane touched on, you know, you come out of foster care, and if there's not somebody there that can help you land on your feet and help you with education and training and maybe connecting you to a workforce program or a Job Corps program, if there's not somebody there that can get you the additional support you need, the odds are you're going to be in trouble. And that's what happens in America today across, and of course we just run foster care in a couple isolated places. Florida is one of just a few states where the foster care system is privatized, but foster care is a national challenge for us. Half of the young people that age out of foster care end up homeless. And it's why what we do is so important, connecting the dots for all of our kids so they can get the support they need. And again, I remind you of the name Eckerd Connects. We are connecting these people, connecting them to the resources they need to break the cycle of poverty. And we got to keep doing that every day. I hope we've demonstrated today that we've got programs that are networked in their communities. They're able to identify the support that our clients need. And as our clients have demonstrated, they love what we do, and it's changed their lives forever. It can only happen because of the support of the people on this teleconference today. Again, thank you for being with us. Join us the third Wednesday in September for our next Lunch and Learn. And again, I can't tell you how proud I am of the clients we heard from today and all of our program directors and case managers that have helped connect them to their success. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We did record this broadcast. We'll get it out to everybody that participated. Again, thank you for being part of this. We so appreciate you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.